This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
What up? It's Interview Style, and today I'm interviewing Iris about DVD commentaries. Iris, remember those?
Yeah, of course. Remember DVD menus? Remember when they were like elaborate, animated, kind of mini stories unto themselves, DVD menus?
Yes.
Shout out to the chill.
So, okay, so I can't talk bad about them?
I mean, they're of a bygone era now. So what's there to complain about?
Well, I've for Netflix, when they basically play a trailer when you select the movie, I'm like, no. So I've turned off all those animations in my Netflix settings. So it just goes to a static image of the movie. I'm about to watch the movie. You don't need to sell it to me. Anyway, DVD commentaries, I'm referring only to the audio tracks, the alternate audio tracks. So mostly the movies that we watched or the DVDs that I bought were English language, but they had a multitude of language tracks that you could select. So you can listen to movies in your native language, in Spanish or Mandarin or whatever the case may be, but there would be an alternate audio track where sometimes you would get up to 4 different commentaries depending on the movies of sometimes the director, one person, sometimes the entire cast watching the movie and just talking about it, commenting on the entirety of the movie. And I have to say, I watch DVD commentaries a lot. For movies that I know by heart, that I don't have to watch and listen to the dialogue, I want to hear what other people are saying about it. And sometimes it's hilarious. Sometimes it's super boring. Well, that thing, that was actually not a real car. We lifted it and put it into place or whatever so we could fit the can. Actually, the whole side of that's removed or whatever so we can put a camera right there, that kind of stuff. But it was fascinating because I'm a big movie nerd. But the idea now, like I have hundreds and hundreds of DVDs. I have a fully functional DVD Blu-ray player, 4K Blu-ray player in my PS5. The idea of going over to the shelf to take a movie down, to load it, to wait for it to spin up and to select the commentary track and be tied to the TV in the living room, come on, man. I miss it. I'm just not willing to put up with what it takes to listen to them anymore.
Well, so I watched DVD commentaries selectively. Like you said, it was usually a movie that I knew well enough that I wouldn't mind kind of all the interruptions. And now I still watch DVD commentaries selectively. I just watched David Cronenberg's commentary on The Fly or listened to. I mean, I guess it's both. And so I can't say that I miss them because they're still here and they're still available if you seek them out and if you're willing to be tied to a physical DVD disc. They've been kind of replaced for me by the Q&A, which has also evolved. It's no longer a bunch of randos in a theater and they ask their rando questions. Q&As are tightly moderated, controlled things that are now also available on YouTube. So I still get my fix, I guess you could say, or as Mom would say, of filmmaking insight in other ways. So like most technologies that are outdated, outmoded, the new technologies are additive, but I don't think they necessarily replace, at least not immediately, the old technologies. So if I need to turn to an old DVD and check out its commentary, it's available, and I will. Not only from your collection, but I'm also a huge nerd and frequently borrow DVDs from the library. Because none of the good and classic movies are actually streaming anymore, because streamers focus primarily on new content and buzzy content they're going to attract and hold subscribers, and they don't want to pay what I assume to be the exorbitant licensing fees to have movies like The Fly or Brokeback Mountain on their services.
So you have to understand, we're talking about a time when revenue, a significant portion of the revenue for any given movie was from DVD and home video sales. And so they had to incentivize the people to buy because this is something you can't get in the theatrical experience. The filmmakers talking about it because we can add a digital audio track. You know, you can do that in Netflix or any of the streaming services. They don't. But whatever. And also, I think that the newly released DVDs, because they take up so little of the revenue generated, they don't do commentaries so much for new movies. I could be wrong, but I bought relatively few movies. I don't think Top Gun Maverick has a DVD commentary. Anyway, I wanted to bring up the two kinds that are most remembered now, and that is the like Ben Affleck in Armageddon was a famously good remembered DVD commentary because he complained about how his ideas weren't taken and how the movie wasn't very good.
What?
He's like, yeah, here they are talking about how they have to teach the drillers how to be astronauts. And I went to Michael Bay and I was like, couldn't you teach the astronauts to drill? Like, how hard could it be? It's drilling. And Michael Bay's like, shut the hell up. You know? So that's funny and memorable. And the other one, and so you get it. That's Ben Affleck's commentary about his experience making the movie. The other legendary king, for a completely different reason, of DVD commentaries is Arnold Schwarzenegger, who famously did a bunch of them, but didn't quite understand the concept or the reason for them. So he would just recount what was happening in the scene.
He was doing audio descriptions?
Yeah. So he come in the room and the guy has a gun and I stab him with I throw the knife and he sticks and I say stick around and it's funny. And then we go here and here's another man. He tries to punch me, but I move out of the way and the tree falls on him. And he does that for 2 hours.
What?
For movie. And so that's funny and that's available on YouTube for its own reasons. I just remember the DVD commentaries fondly for the nerd factor, for sometimes the whole cast of Lord of the Rings watches the Lord of the Rings and talks and jokes and they're all funny and cute. And sometimes it's more reflective or quasi philosophical or whatever. And those ones are kind of lame, but it was a great feature that is of a bygone era because we're super old and I miss and I'm also too lazy to go and get those deep. Well, yeah, but you're cheap.
Old and cheap? That's a dangerous combo.
Yeah. Too cheap even to go to Mom's house and get one of the hundreds of DVDs off the shelf.
Do you have The Fly at Mom's house?
I do. And actually, I think I have The Fly here because that was going to be a Halloween movie. And then it was maybe the epitome of body horror. So it's been like 5 years that I've had it on my Halloween list, maybe 7 years. And we haven't done it yet, but I'm going to go check right now to see about that commentary. That said, I haven't seen The Fly in a long time.
I think it's been replaced as the epitome of body horror by The Substance,
oh, yeah.
But whatever.
Substance? Okay. Check all those movies out. Pick up a DVD commentary, even though I'm not going to do it, because I've already listened to all the ones I have. But check it out because it was a fun thing that we don't get anymore. Thank you for listening. Love you. Goodbye.
Hey everybody, Diego here from the Candle Power Hour and Candle Power Records. Together with Electrocast Records, we proudly present Imperial Highway, a California sampler. 15 singles tracked by artists all based in California. Every song on Imperial Highway is mastered to deliver. Rock and roll is back, and we got what you want. If you're craving new music, Imperial Highway hits the spot. Download Imperial Highway. Check us out at CandlePowerRecords.com and listen to the Candle Power Hour on Electrocast.
Electrocast.